Hey Optimus, I seem to have a problem.
What's wrong, Red Alert?
I've gotten a case of the spider legs.
Well, that's just prime.
Back again with another retro review. This time, actually, my first requested review. Requested from a very awesome man who goes by the YouTube username TFNPage101. He does Transformers reviews, he does Transformers skits, comedies. He is the Canadian reviewer. His name is Brian. And if you like Transformers and you like comedy, then go ahead and check that out. Link in the description. And every time I get a requested review, I will shout out to the person who requested it. Okay, so first requested review, TFNPage101 requested that I do Red Alert. And this is the only Red Alert I have. Cybertron Deluxe Class Red Alert. This guy is a plain ambulance. Almost looks like not quite an ambulance. It looks more like a Ford SUV with ambulance coloring on it. But nice ambulance coloring indeed. Clear plastic siren lights are awesome. I love the blue paint and the white paint work. Some of the paint work is kind of blotchy on the edges of the clear red plastic, but the color is nice and the color is consistent. Some nice details. You get painted headlights, painted bumper. Pretty decent car mode, and you can't see too much robot junk under the bottom. You can kind of see the arms, but other than that, you can't really see any noticeable robot junk under the bottom. That is slightly hindered by the visible head on top. He's peeking out. He's like movie Megatron right there. But hey, we'll forgive him because he looks generally awesome in this mode, with a few minor kickbacks. Before we go on to robot mode, we must remember this is a Cybertron Deluxe Class figure, and Cybertron figures had a crucial thing, the Cyber Key. So we're gonna go ahead and plug that into the port on the rear. Some small little cannons pop out of the side of the car. Ambulance looks kind of weird with cannons coming out, but hey, they're weapons, and they're small, but they're weapons, if you want to have those. If not, you could just flip them back and push that closed, and there you go. Now let's move on to robot mode. And here's Red Alert in his bot mode. He's alright. The transformation seemed a bit more complicated than it was because it was kind of fiddly. The transformation wasn't super complicated, but there were lots of tabs that you have to tab in, and these tabs are clear plastic tabs, which makes me even more worrisome. Some of the tricks he does during his transformation are pretty nifty, like how the hind wheels of the vehicle hide away inside the leg. Then again, the legs don't really hold together that well, so sometimes you get kind of the splayed out legs. I like how blocky his legs are, and I like the color scheme on him more in robot mode. Some of the Ghibli bits don't do it for me, like I'm not really a big fan of the window wings, but it's, yeah. That head sculpt is gorgeous. Another problem I have with this guy, as I said before, is all the clear plastic. This window is clear plastic. This window is clear plastic. The ball joints on his arms are clear plastic. This is clear plastic. These two panels are clear plastic. And that's kind of worrisome because this is the days of Hasbro when clear plastic was really iffy. On this panel, you can see the crack where the thing broke off and I had to super glue it back together because of the clear plastic, and I'm very careful with that every day now. That makes these joints a little flimsy, and it's a mixed bag. It looks pretty cool, very characterful, and the head sculpt is nice. The legs are blocky in a good way if you can get them to stay together. There's not too much of a backpack. It's all nice and flush on his back. Speaking of that, Cyber Key works in this mode too. Plug it in the port back there, and booyah, you got cannons coming off his shoulders. Again, they're very small and almost hardly noticeable, but they're there. And you can almost pretend that this splays open to be like a jetpack or something. He also came with two little accessories, a hammer that you would stick on his laser hand, and a claw that you would stick on his laser hand. I lost both of those. They were okay. You could store them in these panels down here. All in all, Red Alert looks nice. He looks nice. He looks characterful. He looks like a character from the show. But once you start getting your hands on him and messing around with him, there are a lot of things that prevent this from being a fantastic toy, like the quality of the clear plastic being very breakable, and how the legs splay apart very easily, and the kind of semi-limited posability. He has ball-jointed shoulders, sure, but the windows get in the way. Bends at the elbow, but not much else. He can go forward and back at the leg, and he can get kind of a bend at the knee. And that's pretty much it. So he's okay. He's not terrible, but he's not that great either. So he looks great on my shelf, so I can appreciate that. I give him a B-. He fits the Cybertron aesthetic well, and he looks great. And that's all I really need. But playability-wise, he's bleh. That's my review of Red Alert. I hope you enjoyed that, and I also will accept any more requests. So drop a line in the comments below. Let me know if you want me to review something, and I will give you a shout-out if I do your commented review. This is Jim from Cybertron Studios. Thank you for watching.